and welcome to this week's news show. I'm your host, Maddie Desher. The halls of Boone High have been buzzing with news all week, and Boone TV has all the info. Our first story takes a look back at the special halftime show that took place at last Friday's varsity football game. Liz Fanis has the scoop.
On Friday, September 18th, YouTuber Leslie Hall joined the Boone Band for their halftime show. The entire student section came down from the stands to see the performance. Leslie made her big entrance riding in on the back of a Kubota.
Probably when she was riding it on the Kubota, that was hilarious.
She kicked off her show with her song Tight Pants Body Rolls. The whole student section joined in with her to sing along.
When Mr. Truckenmiller joined in and started singing with her, that was my favorite part. Him in his gold pants and her just running around singing the song. That was awesome.
Band director Chris Truckenmiller joined Leslie in the song Number One Cat in America. The student section went crazy with confetti and dancing.
I feel the halftime show went great. It was a lot of fun to watch Leslie stand out there and just do her thing.
I enjoyed getting to rap with Leslie. It was a surprise for everyone. I didn't let anyone except Leslie and maybe the drum majors know beforehand.
It went really well. I had a blast playing in the show. It was a lot of fun to work with Leslie.
Being out there, just jumping up and down, I thought it was a lot of fun. It made it a little bit more interesting.
Having spoken to Mr. Truckenmiller, the success of the halftime show seems to be evident. Here's what he has to say about any further events such as this.
We have actually talked about this. Immediately we said, next time, here's what we're doing. And it sounded like other bands might be interested in working with us in the future.
This has been Liz Fanis from Boone TV.
Thank you, Liz. There has been a rather large change within the BHS teaching staff this year. Here's Kurt Yeager with the details.
I interviewed the instructional leaders Mrs. Herstrom and Mrs. Carpenter.
Mrs. Herstrom told me what she does for her new job.
Basically, I will help all the teachers with their concerns over literacy. Literacy will involve reading, writing, speaking, any kind of form of communication, basically, is what it amounts to. And it could be that they send me an email saying, I need a little help. Can you come help me? A lot of times right now, I'm just kind of going into the classrooms and seeing what is happening, which, by the way, is phenomenal.
Mrs. Carpenter told me what she likes and what is really exciting about her job.
I love getting to see all the awesome things that are happening at Boone High School. I wish every single teacher could walk into all the classrooms like I've been able to do. We have phenomenal staff, and it's just been awesome to see what everyone's done. I've already learned things. I'm becoming a better teacher because of what I'm learning from getting to be with everybody else.
This has been Kurt Yeager from Boone TV.
Thanks, Kurt. BHS students have had a new place to hang out and eat lunch. Rachel Ryan has the story behind Cafe Olé.
Cafe Olé has been a great new addition to BHS. I got a chance to talk with Mr. Byram about the atmosphere and response the cafe has created.
Basically, we wanted to create an environment that was really inviting to students, where they'd feel comfortable sitting there, having a cup of coffee, working on their work. I think it's been a very positive impact on our student body. Every period, there's kids in there. They're buying a cup of coffee, or they're buying lunches there, things like that.
Bonnie LaRue gave her opinion on the cafe's impact.
I feel like it's a very good place for anybody in the school to hang out.
Here's what we can look forward to on the new menu.
Next week, we're going to be doing some new things. We're going to be doing some flatbread pizzas, a roasted vegetable flatbread pizza with feta cheese.
Ms. LaRue shared her thoughts on how regularly students are performing up on the stage.
Sadly, not as often as I was hoping they would be. The stage had a lot of business the first week of school, and there haven't been a lot of kids up there since.
This has been Rachel Ryan from Boone TV.
Great job, Rachel. This week, I had the chance to check in on BHS students creating automobiles. Here's my inside look at the 1080 STEM racing class. Mrs. Vanio has a new and exciting class for students here at Boone High.
The class we're talking about today is our 1080 STEM racing course. This class came about as an offering with the Governor's Scale Up STEM initiative, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to bring it to Boone and tie it in with engineering and partner with the track that we have here in town. The students are actually required to form a small business entity with each car group, and they actually go out and seek individual funding. And in fact, about a week ago, they actually pitched their team idea and logo and marketing plan to a group of investors here. We'll do a lot of math and science processing skills. We're doing engineering. One of the things the kids will be doing later on is redesigning their car and actually 3D printing a new body based upon their design.
Here is student Andrew Seaman on why he likes this class.
I like this class because I get to expand my automotive knowledge and I get to learn more about cars.
So every student will have a base design of a car that what will be on the top of it will be 100% designed by the student teams. There are no requirements to be in this class other than that you like to do hands-on and like to do inquiry, meaning everyone is investigating the same idea but going at it in a different way, and obviously enjoy driving cars that go over 60 miles an hour. From this class, I'd like them to gain some real-life skill, such as being able to do interviewing, marketing, strengthening their processing skills, their math skills, and also a little bit of engineering.
For more information, you can stop by Mrs. Vanna's class across from the art room. From Boone TV, this has been Maddie Descher. The Boone High football team is continuing a tradition every Thursday night. Tanner Frost has more on this bonding experience.
Friday home games for the BHS football team becomes even better when the team gets together the night before. As a sort of pre-game preparation, the team goes into the school cafeteria after Thursday practices to enjoy a great meal made by their own parents. I talked with Coach Kamish about the dinner and what it means to the team.
It started as a bunch of kids, probably 12 years ago. A bunch of kids just getting together after Thursday and having a bonfire. And it kind of spread to a mom thought it would be neat if they had some hot dogs to roast. So that progressed it, and then eventually what we moved to was somebody deciding, well, those boys need something more to eat.
I proceeded to ask players their opinions on the dinner.
We all just sit around and we talk to each other, and we're having a meal together before our home games, and really we just get to sit and talk it out. Maybe it's not about football, we're all here to have a good time.
I think we should do study groups, maybe go out to eat more often, not like this, like go to a restaurant, maybe go to a movie, just hang out, get to know each other a lot better, and help a lot with team chemistry.
The dinner helped team chemistry, and the Toreadors beat the Perry Blue Jays at home the next night. This has been Tanner Frost from Boone TV.
Nice job, Tanner. Justin Elsner is back this week with his recap of the football team's big win this past Friday.
Hello, Toreador Nation. I'm Justin Elsner from Boone TV reporting on the Boone vs. Perry football game. I'm with Ben Brevard. How do you think the game's going to go?
Well, we have 0-3 Perry and 0-3 Boone, so they're going to be really hungry for their first win. So if Boone can just make a few stops, I think we're going to be unstoppable in the pass game tonight.
I feel ya. The Toreadors are leading the state in passing yards, so hopefully they can come out with a W. 4 minutes in the first quarter, Perry put the first points on the board with a field goal. The Toreadors were moving the chains into Blue Jay territory with some quick passes from quarterback Tanner Schmicke. Schmicke threw a gorgeous pass over the middle of the field to wide receiver Ray Clements with the Toreadors on top. Boone expanded their lead after taking to the running game. After finding a hole, Schmicke broke through the line for a touchdown right before halftime. Boone found themselves with a 14-3 lead going into halftime. With the Toreadors on the 15-yard line, Schmicke takes it there, and like a good neighbor, Eric was there for the touchdown. The Toreadors put the game out of reach of Perry, with Daniel Anderson pulling in the reception in the end zone for Boone's 4th touchdown of the night. Looks like we're correct in the pregame show. The Toreadors' strong passing game did indeed lead to a victory. The Toreadors get their first win of the season, with the final score being 27-10 over the Blue Jays. From Boone TV Sports, I'm Justin Elsner.
That Mr. Brevard, he's so smart. Oh, and you too, Justin. With fall sports season half over, we thought it would be nice to look back at the top 5 plays from the first half of the season. Here is Corbin Waffle with the highlights.
With this year's fall sports underway, there have been many exciting plays to boost the Toreador spirit. Here's your Toreador top 5. Leading off with number 5, we've got the Torador volleyball team's Allie Swanson clinching the upset victory with a kill over the number 12 ADM Tigers. Let's go to number 4. QB Tanner Schminke airs it out to John Herrick in the corner of the end zone. Mr. Herrick high points the pigskin, coming down with a catch. Boone wins big, 27-10. At number 3, senior Wraith Clemens fields the kick at the 10-yard line. He dashes 90 yards to the house. Great return, kid. Gilbert over Boone, 40-37. At number 2, one of the highlights in this thriller was wide receiver John Herrick. He had himself a game. Look at the concentration on this catch that covers nearly 60 yards. Toradors come up short in overtime, 23-29. And at number 1, where else are we going to go? Boone versus Humboldt. Wide receiver Danny Anderson had the night of his life, catching 4 touchdowns from Schminke in the first half. Adding to that, he also hauled in 261 receiving yards. Man, get yourself some ice cream, son. This has been Corbin Walford from Boone TV Sports.
Thanks for watching this week's news show. We will be back next Friday with the latest news, sports, and entertainment here at BHS. In the meantime, you can watch and read all of our stories at Boone TV. But before we go, here's question of the week.
Question of the week. Question of the week.
Fall is just around the corner. Whether it be homecoming, Halloween, or pumpkin spice everything. You know what I love most about fall? That. Boone High, what's your favorite thing about fall?
Pile of leaves.
Definitely the clothing style.
Thanksgiving.
It's probably the football games.
Probably the football games.
It'd probably be football.
Plus football and bonfires.
When all the bugs are gone.
Probably marching band.
Being in the marching band.
The colors and the leaves and the outfits.
Anything pumpkin. I'm very white.
Pumpkins. Me.
Question of the week. Question of the week.